That was the reason why BIT also was on the back burner. Now I think in spite of lack of investments, by looking into the prospect of the future, particularly investments in hydropower by Bangladeshi investors, investments in the processing of non-timber forestry product like herbs, because Bangladesh pharmaceutical company are now world-class companies. They require a lot of herbal raw material from Nepal, which Dabur has been using so effectively, Ramdev has been using so effectively, and Nepal is also a really good supplier of raw material for essential oils, which Bangladeshi pharmaceutical company do produce. Pran produces really good confectionery, for which wheat can be a source of raw material for them. So there's a possibility of cross-border investments between Bangladesh and Nepal. Nepal may also relax investing outside. So we need to, I think, work quickly to have both of them in place. We now have a template. BITs are not no longer new thing. So is the case of double tax avoidance agreement. The OECD template, UN template, they are template readily available, which can be fine-tuned to our requirements, and we know what the requirements are. Can be concluded if the governments have zeal within a couple of months. So that should be something we need to push for.
Thank you, Mr. Rameshwar Khan, for your clarification and explanation about as to how we are facing. And the ball is also in Bangladesh court and Nepal. Both have to play a constructive role, very strategically, so that they can resolve the problems. I will come back to Mr. Purushottam Bozar, because he knows how BIPA works, how BIPA is beneficial, how we can really attract investment from outside. Why we are very slow? Suppose he was with the government, and why we are getting slow in terms of really signing the agreements. When we talk about durable taxation agreement, BIPA agreement, we want to know from his experience. And also, after that, I have also a question to him, because we are coming out with BBIN concept. Most of us know about BBIN because it's a sub-regional block of South Asia. We also discuss about it. And we'll also have some time for the audience to ask questions, because we'll be talking about 15 minutes. After that, I come back to the audience to put up questions to our respected panelists. Now I give the mic to Mr. Koja.
Thank you, Gopalji. Actually, if we talk about BIPA, Nepal has concluded, I think, with 6 or 7 countries. I think only 6 countries. Yeah, actually, what I see that conclusion of BIPA is one of the instruments, but it is not a sufficient. It doesn't produce sufficient condition for attracting investment, because of what we have seen from our experience, that whatever we have concluded BIPA with other countries, we are not getting that expected volume of investment from those countries. It shows that BIPA is not a sufficient condition. So, in order to attract investment, we have to create enabling environment within the country. It goes to a number of factors like governance, simplification of the procedures, firm registration, company registration, so many things are associated with it. Even you see, the process is going on. Actually, government of Nepal is also working towards, you see, simplification of the registration process, and of course, what you call the incentives for the foreign investors. And actually, what I see that until and unless we make our provisions investment friendly, all regulatory barriers within the country, it has to be simplified, the barriers has to be removed. Actually, if you see the case of India, they have made very drastic changes in recent years in order to facilitate foreign investment, but we are moving in a very slow pace. Countries are competing to get foreign investment, to attract foreign investment And on the race, we have not been able to keep pace. That is one of the reasons. And another, it is actually when you talk about intra-regional investment in South Asia, we have not been able to conclude this South Asian Investment Promotion and Protection Agreement, what we call SIPA. BIPA is bilateral level, this SIPA is at the regional level. It was negotiated quite a long time back, since I think I recall we have started that negotiation process back in 2001, 2002. But still it is not finalized. There is one clause in Article 4 which was a subject of you see what you call this between subject of discussions between Pakistan and India. So on account of the provisions mentioned in one of the articles on that very agreement, it has not yet been finalized. That is the reasons behind it. So, of course, as my friend Rameshwarji has rightly pointed out, actually we don't allow outward foreign investment from Nepal. That is already there. And until and unless, my point is that until and unless we keep our house in order, we cannot expect to have increased investment only on account of the BPRC. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your remarks. He really elaborated well on when you talk about BIPA and then SIPA as well, right? We are still, negotiating with Bangladesh and other countries as well that you talk about. So I had also discussed about BBIN concept. Can I start BBIN concept of Miracle and SIPA? Because this is a sub-regional bloc that Bangladesh, Bhutan, Bangladesh, India, and Nepal has initiated. When we have already SAFTA, right, in and other agreements, in regional agreements, regional bloc, what is the benefit of BBIN in this, among these emerging blocks that we have, and what would be its future? Because recently there was a conference in India as well, in BBIN conference in India, inviting all South Asian colleagues. How do you see the potential of BBIN for its for promotion of 4 countries in terms of trade and economy? Could you please elaborate?
Actually, BBIN grew out of a natural, complementarities between Bangladesh, India, Nepal, Bangladesh, India, Bhutan, and then the two trilaterals merged and formed Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Nepal, and it became BBIN. Actually, and also, BBIN initially started, and it still actually focuses on some very, a limited number of issues. SARC is there. SARC is there to talk about the entire region. It's for the South Asian Regional Cooperation. And because it deals with 8 countries, and it deals with many sectors, it was thought that, countries that have complementarities and would find it easier to move ahead in some areas, or it would be it would be easier to work together, taking some particular issues. We could have some discussions. So BBIN started from that concept. And initially we were just focusing on, we still are focusing only on trade and connectivity and energy and water resources management. So it's not a huge, it's not a big mandate that BBIN is working on. And also BBIN concept was that since it's more difficult to get 8 countries to sit down and work together and get an agreement on certain issues, maybe we can start with smaller blocks and then we can expand and bring all the countries together. BBIN, of course, is not a substitute for SAR. It's sort of complementing the SAR process because the BBIN countries are also members of BIMSTEC, which is another regional cooperation arrangement involving Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, and Nepal. And so, it was decided that, all these 4 countries could, since we are so geographically together, located together, geographically contiguous, we have some common problems of, climate change, global warming, and water resources, flooding, and, issues of agriculture, issues of connectivity issues, So it was decided to try and sit together and find ways of moving ahead and finding some cooperative mechanisms that would help us to go for faster integration for mutual benefit.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for a good introduction about what BBIN is. Because there is a perception, there is a saying in South Asia as whole that since there is already SAFTA, why BBIN? Why BBIN is not including Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and Afghanistan? There's a rumor in the South Asian market, South Asian intellectuals that why they're isolating other 3 countries. So she already clarified that it's a complement for the SARC, South Asia itself. So I want to come back to Mr. Chidil. When we discussed about BBIN, have you conducted any research from South Asia, South Asian, your institute regarding BBIN? You will be given 2 minutes because we are also coming to an end. Then after your remarks, I will come back to the audience because we are running out of time.
I think BBIN has huge prospects for all the 4 countries involved. One of the reasons